I was driving to see my cousin for the weekend. But my phone lost signal, and I couldn't use the map anymore. I saw a small road, so I turned. After about 10 minutes, I found a quiet little town. The sign said, "Welcome to Ilarion." It looked old, but everything was very clean. I thought it would be a good place to stop and ask for directions. As I walked down the street, people started coming out of their houses. They all smiled. Some waved. One woman walking a dog stopped and looked at me closely. She smiled and said, "It's good to have you back." But when I looked at her face, I froze. She looked just like me. Same face. Same eyes. Same smile. I looked around, and more people were watching, and they all had my face too. I ran into a small diner, hoping it was just my mind playing tricks on me. Inside, it looked normal. Calm music played, and the smell of coffee filled the air. The waitress walked up and said, "Coffee's free today." When I looked at her, I already knew what I'd see. My face again. The same exact face. I turned slowly, and every single person inside the diner looked like me. No one seemed surprised. They just smiled. I ran out and got in my car. I drove fast, trying to get away. But no matter which road I took, I always ended up back at the same gas station. Or the same bakery. It was like the roads were in a loop. I tried again and again. I even drove in circles. But the town wouldn't let me go. I found an open door behind a grocery store. It led to a long hallway with lights flickering above. At the end was a room full of mirrors. At first, I saw myself. But then the reflections started moving on their own. Some smiled while I looked scared. Others stared without blinking. One reflection even walked away. While I stood still.
I ran from the mirror room and ended up in a small house. Inside was a man sitting in a rocking chair. He was old and tired. But his face. It was mine too. He looked at me and said, "You are the new one. Every few years, someone has to stay. One person is chosen to live here, and they can never leave. Every year, someone else replaces them. They take your face, your place. And when that happens, you vanish. This town feeds off a new face. And once you're in, you never escape." Now I live in Ilarion. I work at the diner. I smile, I wave, and I pour coffee for strangers. Time feels strange here, and I don't remember how long I've been here. But I know one thing for sure, every year, someone new will come. Maybe they'll stop for gas. Maybe they'll need directions. But when they see all of us, the people with their face, they'll know what happens next. Maybe they'll replace me. Just like I replaced the one before me. Thanks for watching. The town is waiting. Maybe for you.